face of the Spurs franchise and arguably their best player ever, which brings up the conversation, Greg, of where he stands all-time league-wide.
Well, he's right there. And listen, let's give him a little more credit, Manu. He's got 5 rings now, having won that championship 2 seasons ago. But look, Kobe's in that category with 5 rings and an MVP as well. So he's an all-time great. I don't know how you rank him, but when you have a conversation about the best ever, Tim Duncan will be in it.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Not much room to operate offensively. The defense has been stifling through the first.
Greg, they haven't given up a lot of easy chances at all.
They've got Anderson Varejao. Barbosa is out there with Nene, and it's Burgess in at the 1 spot. And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. They've got Ginobili, Scola out there with Nocioni. Then there's B. Now here's Scola. Now Nocioni, and there's the call on Nene. That's foul number 2 for him.
And that's foul number 2. And maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. Nocioni kicks to Scola. Lets it fly. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Scola's got 7.
They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
Just no resistance on the interior.
It's up a 3. Good. He has 7.
Another pass put right into the shooter's pocket, right in the shooting pocket for a terrific assist. They've done a lot of that today.
And it's something we haven't seen much of at the opposite end of the floor.
Here's Nocioni. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Washington. And it's Nene, top of the key. Nene, the screen. Kicks to Varejao. 6 on the shot clock. And Luis Scola gets the whistle that time. Varejao with a screen on Ginobili. They get the rebound. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. Andres Nocioni picks one.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
At the line, Anderson Varejao. At the line for 2.
And he makes the first. And he can't hit the second. And the ball at 42%. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Here's Prigioni, 4 on the clock. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Prigioni's got 5.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
Now here is Barbosa. He's coming off a 13-point game against Minnesota. And count the basket. He is fouled, and he's going to the line for 1 more.
And that's how the coach would draw it up on the fast break from start to finish.
Yeah, and what a finish it was, guys. Really nicely done.
So both teams changing it up here. Now about 3 minutes gone in this second quarter of basketball. Nene, the screen. Huertas loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in.
And really, the defense didn't do a lot to fight around that screen on that possession.
There's Prigioni. He has 5. He dishes it to Ginobili. He feeds it to Prigioni. And the rebound goes to Nene. Gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Here's Huertas. He's covered by Ginobili, and so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
He's perfect from the line this time.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
And Greg, definitely that's one of the reasons they're in front right now.
The dish to Prigioni. Passes it to Ginobili. Feeds it to Scola. Some solid defense there by Nene.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Especially, Greg, when you're scoring the ball at a decent clip the way they have. I mean, they've done exactly what's necessary to take the lead.
Prigioni, the pass to Scola. Pulls from the top of the key. Leandro Barbosa with the rebound.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
The pass to Daniel. The 9-foot shot. And Scola with the block. Here's Huertas. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. To the middle. And it's blocked. And so out of bounds it goes. And they retain possession. Home team on D. They lead by 8. That's the biggest of the game. That 3 off the mark. Gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Here's Barbosa. That's tipped. And here's the break. Here's Prigioni. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Prigioni's got 4 points now in the quarter.
You know, he's had better starts, obviously, but he's shaking it off here in the second. And I think taking a time here to talk things over is a smart idea.
One of the things you want to do is make sure everybody is clearly on the same page with the game plan. And sometimes you need a timeout to make sure that's the case.
Nogueira, he's checked in for Nene. Now here's Barbosa. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. To the left side wing. Pass to B. Valencia covered by Barbosa. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
Yeah, heads up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
Dishes to Garcia. Nogueira kicks to Barbosa. Backs down the step back J. Barbosa's got 5 now.
As a defender, you always have to stay on your man's hip. If you don't, that's what's going to happen.
They set the pick. Covered by Barbosa. Pass to Prigioni. Just 5 on the clock. Lots of room. Nogueira pulls it in.
And even though he missed that, you have to take those shots when you get the opportunity.
Exactly. They don't come much better or easier than that.
And that one's good.
Beautiful feed off the bounce to his teammate there. Nicely done.
Gone 6 of 12 in the second quarter, right at the 50% mark from the field. Guarded by Garcia. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2. And an even 50% from the floor here in the second quarter. Ball's knocked loose, and the ball ends up out of bounds. And they retain possession, so both teams changing it up here. On defense, the visitors. Here's Barbosa. It's blocked.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
A baseline J, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Gone 8 of 14 in the second quarter on field goal attempts. Lopez outside. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. That is good.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
They better not. I mean, they've got to pad their lead anytime an opportunity presents itself, and that was a golden one.
Lopez a screen. Takes the 3. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
The offense has a better flow, and it actually looks better here in the second quarter.
It does. They're playing with a little bit more bounce in their step and trying to close this gap.
There's the feed to Nogueira. Lopez with the steal.
And you've got to do a better job of making sure the defender isn't in your space. I mean, if you got a pump fake, you've got to make sure he doesn't have a chance for the steal.
Anderson Varejão's checked in for Nogueira. So it's the visitors now. It's a 5-point game. Back to Lopez. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividends.
And with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, you know, they haven't had to do much work on the perimeter.
Kicks it to Varejão. It's Leandro Barbosa on the way. To the middle. Here's Favarani, and it's sent back by Lopez. To the paint. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Some hang time on that rim puts a little whipped cream on that angel food cake there.
It's a tight ball game, and those displays of strength, Clark, can get one team rolling.
Agreed.
And also the other on its heels. Let's see how this one turns out.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Campazzo nailed from 3-point land. 6 points for him.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run.
Nato, and a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in.
Wow, got that one off right in the face of the big fella. Nice quick fire release.
Yeah, and the mid-range shot really the only option in that situation. Sometimes when you're facing a bigger guy, you can't get it all the way to the rim.
And the first one goes. He hits both from the stripe.
Well, as far as the league's big men go, he's one of the very best at the foul line.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first.